Hello guys, Michaela here. So I want to do an update on AarveeJewels. So far, like I said, I was only able to get I don't know if I said in the last video or not, but I was able to get the Spinel set, and it looks beautiful. Size 7, sterling silver. And I was able to get this Trillion set, this Moissanite Trillion set in the setting. And I've been wearing these for a good 2 weeks, so now I know that the settings are good. But I did open a case on PayPal. Instead of, I'm not a bad person, so I didn't ask for all my money back. I asked for half. And as you can see, I've only got 2 rings here, and I ordered 6. And 4 of those settings don't work. I can't use them. And I did give the accurate sizes on the hexagon and the pear. And it's not my fault that the stone makers actually gave the wrong dimensions on the stones, but the hexagon was the right dimension, so I don't know what went wrong there, and as well as the pear. So I don't know what went wrong with those. My recommendation, give me some time to find get that refund, and then I could find someone else who can make custom settings, and we'll see if they do a better job, because you want a smooth transaction. You don't want to go through this hassle and ring around, like what I'm going through. You don't want to go through that. The thing I can recommend is, if you get stones from eBay or anywhere, go to your jeweler and have him do the dimensions. Even if they come with dimensions on them like mine did, go in and, just to be safe, have them do the dimensions. Because like the round one, it was told to me to be a 13 millimeter. It's a 12. The CVD lab grown diamond, which I really want to get set. I even tried to talk to her. I said, look, you messed up on the hexagon and the pear. Why don't you just send me 2 settings? The round and the hexagon. I've tried to work with her, but she's, and I got so much going on. My son has had a fever of 104 for the last 2 weeks. That finally broke, knock on wood. That finally broke, and basically, we all have resistant ear infections. So we've had to be on all these different antibiotics. It's been a nightmare. And it's all from that house. And not to get off a different subject, but my husband and my friend, Richie, went over to the house to help us move. He's on oxygen because he has lung issues and a heart issue. And he walked in the house. He was in the house for literally 1 minute. And he was like, I can't do it. It took his breath away. When you walk in the house, it smells like mildew. You look around, you're like, where's it coming from? But the entire house smells like mildew. And I cleaned the ductwork, so I knew it wasn't that. But we're just, we're done. We're gonna seek restitution, see what happens there. It's been a mess. I can tell. We definitely feel better being here, but the minute we go back to that house, within 15 minutes, we don't feel good. I mean, anybody who walks in that house, you're going to get a feeling of, what is this feeling? I don't feel well. My head feels cloudy. I don't feel right. And his son went in the house, and he's not on oxygen. And he said, I can't do this. He was in there for like 5 minutes. He's like, number one, the smell's it's so pungent and unbearable. And he said, number two, I'm having trouble breathing. My lungs are not working. Which you go through that. And I still am not done moving. So lucky me, I get to go back over there because my husband's at work. I've had to take time off work. I had to contact my boss and say, my life is chaotic right now. Give me some time. She was like, okay, I understand. You've been going through a hard time. Just take the time you need. And when you can commit to coming back and being full-time, then we'll do it then. So I was grateful she understood. But it's been so crazy, but I'm just glad to be out of there. I don't care anymore. I don't want to put any more time or money into it. I'm just going to seek restitution and see where that takes me. That's all I can do. And I have to call my naturopath doctor today, and he's probably going to start us on medication. And then my kid's pediatrician, she was like, I was in there with their resistant ear infections and the fevers and all that for the last 2 weeks. And she's like, look, you got to get out of that house, period. And I'm like, we're in the middle of moving. She's like, you need to get out now and you need to stay out. Don't go back. Just throw the rest of the stuff away if you have to. Just, she's like, I'm telling you, this is resistant. The antibiotics aren't working because they've been on so many antibiotics for sinus infections, ear infections. And she's like, it's not good. You cannot, and, just getting that clarification from our buddy and his son was really good to hear, because my mom's been in that house and she's like nose blind for whatever reason. And, my dad is never around, so he's not been in there for a long time. But, it's been crazy. I'm just ready to heal, but I can tell it's going to be a long, long healing process. Like, I can tell. Yeah, every day I feel a little bit better, but it's like it wants to stay in your body, if that makes sense. And we've got to take medication to get it out. My son, Sage, I hope he goes back to talking more, but he is like a totally different kid. He is so rambunctious. I'm like, settle down. He feels a lot better. All of them feel a lot better. They're acting like kids again. They're not crying and screaming, saying, get me out of this house. If I go over to move things, they will not get out of my vehicle. They will not go in the house. They won't. They're like, I'm not doing it. I refuse. They're like, I don't want to feel like that again. I'm not going in there. So that kind of tells you, it's bad. But anyway, that's the video I want to let you know. She hasn't been very nice, AarveeJewels. Like, she's not understanding. I know from managing horse farms and stuff, you have to work with the customers, and if you make a mistake, you should make it right. Even if you feel you didn't make a mistake, the customer needs to be made happy, whatever means possible. And I don't think I'm asking for very much. I'm asking for half of my money back. That is it. And, I was like, look, if you can't give me half my money back, just send me 2 settings that are going to be accurate, that are going to be the accurate settings for the stones, because this is a problem. And then I would have to go, and I would lose that money, but I'd have to go have someone else to make the other 2 settings. I tried to get her to make all 4 settings again. I said, look, I'll ship you these back. Just send me new settings in the right sizes. Like I said, a couple of them were supposed to be, so that's why I went the refund route, because I thought, well, maybe she can't do it. I'm just going to get half my money back and go see if I can get someone else to make them. So we'll see what happens. But my recommendation, if you're going to get loose stones, have your jeweler measure them. Let him write. He literally wrote down on a piece of paper the shape of the stone and then the dimensions on each one. On all 4, so that way there was no, and I compared, then I went back and I compared them, and 2 of them were accurate. So I was like, then why did they come inaccurate? So anyway, I'm done blabbing about that and my life and all this and that, but this is beautiful. I love seeing it set in the bezel setting. It's like a white, or it's like a yellow crushed ice, almost a canary color. I would say a medium yellow. The pear is a light yellow, but I don't know if we'll ever get to see it set. I really want to see the CVD lab-grown diamond set. This is the spinel. It looks beautiful in the bezel setting. It was accurate on the size 7 on these. So anyway, that's the video. I hope you guys have a good day. Please like and subscribe and stay posted.